Pound, Make It Home, a concept by Ashad Rector, designed by Jackson Art, printing done by Concept Printing House LLC. Make It Home is an effort to raise awareness that blacks aren't making it back to their physical homes due to us being killed by the hands of white people. Our intentions are to make sure each one of our black family members make it back to their loving, caring black homes day in and day out. We want to be able to make it to our physical homes to not only be with our families, but so we can have a voice in our communities across the country to empower people to be the change. A portion of our proceeds will go towards helping African American students attending college to get books for the upcoming school year. Shout out to the BHB Podcast for the support. Let's continue to work to make it home.
Mic check.
Hello.
Nigga really have to push it all lives battling over 100K and people don't.
What happened? That shit recorded?
Mm-hmm.
What you said, Uncle?
You see the dude who was like talking to the police, trying to be all friendly and shit. That dude was all live, you know, type shit. And I ain't gotta like go fund me, I guess. Yes, a GoFundMe for, and it's 100K go.
For what? All lives matter?
Yeah, we the people, promise. Some shit.
Let me start this podcast off. Niggas is wild now.
No charges on my record, but for the record, I'm still reckless. In the eyes of the boys in blue, aka the Ku Klux Crew, don't shun my truth. It's so easy to add up, this shit is 2 + 2. You can never understand or comprehend if you don't have the color of my skin. Even if you driving a Mercedes, to them you still a nigga in a Benz. They'll kill you right in front of your friend like it's a trend. Black in America, no hope. Went from getting hung in trees to illegal chokeholds. Jogging in a white neighborhood is a no-go, cause you can get killed and they recording on their GoPro. Go figure. Don't matter what society say, we some dope niggas. Came a long way from that ride up on that boat, nigga. I love my brothers, I love my sisters, and I'ma love y'all forever.
Words for wordplay luck to start the night off, man. First of all, before we get started tonight, I want to say this episode of the BHB Podcast is dedicated to the memory of Christian Johnson. We are recording right now on Lil Bro birthday. He would have been 21.
My boy.
So what we gonna do is we gonna grab our cups, take a sip, and have a moment of silence.
And somebody gotta meet this shit.
Long live Lil Bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Welcome back. That sounded crazy. That was coming out of my mouth, Paul.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Bro, you be setting yourself up.
I know. Episode 69.
Ooh.
Episode 69.
This is definitely not the episode I pictured for.
Right, so fucking.
Yeah, I honestly felt like this episode was supposed to be filthy. Like
Right, like these.
I was. Maybe we should do like an episode 69, like 8 or bullet. You know, yeah, you know, something like that. Like let's we're gonna redo this because this ain't the one.
We're gonna
Matter of
redo
fact,
69.
well, this will be 68
Continue.
part 2.
It technically is 68 part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna do a 68 and a half right now. Like let's not do 69. I don't feel like. I feel like this is very important, but I feel like the 69, like I get tickled when I look at my phone and it says 69%. Okay, so I personally feel like we should just.
So you just want to make this its own?
Yeah, you know what? This is not even an episode
I
number.
would say this is. We technically don't even have to number it.
Yeah,
We got shit in between.
This is a
PSA.
PSA.
Blackout.
This is a PSA.
It is the blackout.
This is the
It
blackout.
is the blackout.
This will be the blackout. This is the blackout episode.
All right,
Yeah.
so
everybody else shit you just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about
At
it.
the beginning.
yeah, this is the blackout episode. I'm Air Jordan. I'm not gonna give you too many AKAs because It's the Blackout episode. Just know I'm Air Jordan, JG, Jordan Glover. That's me. Good evening.
Yeah, all I got for you guys tonight is just me, P. You know, I'm P with the plan. Yeah, that's all I got. P with the plan, P.
I said everybody keep with it. I'm just gonna get plant-based popping. Go Billy.
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 With 3 Y's.
Tonight has been one of them episodes that ever since when did all this unfold? This started
400 years ago.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So what would they be?
I'm sorry, 400 plus
a
years.
score is what, 25 years? 20 years.
4 score, I thought that was, a score is 25 years. So 4 score is 100. Yeah, 16 scores.
You better know your math engineer.
We might be, this been brewing since, but a smooth, when they came and knocked the nose off the Phoenix. I mean, the Phoenix, I'm sorry. The Sphinx. Sphinx. The Sphinx is the chicken.
We country.
Sphinx. Yeah, whenever they came and knocked the nose off the Sphinx.
I can't even say that word. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all.
I want to talk about looting.
I can't.
I'm cool.
You want to talk about looting?
I'm cool.
We got a lot to get to.
So let's just dive into it.
I'm gonna actually patch in my cousin. I told him I'm gonna hit him up, once we get the intro off, and just so we can have another voice here because this is.
Pause. The man with the plan. The man with the motherfucking plan.
We are way too serious. Excuse us. Yeah. Streets is motherfucking recording the Frat House Media Group.
See, you see who got you. Just remember. Okay? Remember who got you.
Keep a good woman on your side. I tried to tell you. Keep a good woman. And as always, Streets is recording us, a Frat House Media Group, brought to you tonight as well by Illumination, Rhythm and Balance. Bro actually hit me off of one of these tonight.
Hey man, say
yes.
The new pieces he got coming in.
He wanted this hoodie because he seen me in Streets and these hoodies. Right?
That's a big fact, but the Make It Home pieces, he actually it was an idea he had. He sent this to a homie. He basically said make it home, and he said the actual statement make it home stuck with him. So he had his homie actually design it. We gonna get his name. His name will be here.
It'll go somewhere.
His name, the guy that actually did the design of the make it home. And
I want one.
The shirts and all that.
But if we plug in people real quick,
let's
make sure we plug Keela's Customs. Cause she came through come through y'all. Like she literally did this for me in a day.
Facts.
Like and not only that, she delivered to my home. Oh, yeah. Bless you. So shout out to you. I will also have her information linked below because she did an amazing job. Black Lives Matter. I just wanted to, throw that in there. Since we were talking about clothing, I
well, shout out HGC Apparel.
Yep. Let her know. What is that?
They love our culture. They don't love us. You know what I'm saying?
For the people in the back, one more time.
Right. They love our culture. They don't love us.
Right. Stop putting box sprays in here.
I had the people in culture that were reading my shirt.
Stop. Okay, let's move. Ooh. I'm sorry. The box. Okay.
Make sure y'all use that BHB Pod coupon code and shop with Illumination, Rhythm and Balance, man.
That'll be going across the bottom here as well.
Yes, sir. I don't know exactly where to start with this.
It's gonna be rough all the way around.
I just want to say, how can I put this as mean and as nice as possible? If you are a cop and you feel like the measures taken in this case, in the Sean Bell case, in Philando Castile, Alton Sterling, Freddie Gray, right? It's so many. Sandra Bland. Fuck you and the hole you came out of. That shit not right. That shit fucked up. That man, kids can't talk to their father. They can't go see their father. They got to go look at this man in the casket.
They don't even get there right now. You only get the casket for the first, for us, first 7 days.
Right.
And then even then, it ain't even the 7 days. It's the last, 2 days. You ever go view the body and the funeral the next day, that's it. You don't, all you got is a tombstone. If you got a tombstone. Because let's be real, some families, they'll thug it out with the flowers, every holiday. If that.
Yeah.
If that.
The first thing that struck me about this whole case, and I had the video came across my feed, but I can't stomach myself to watch any of this shit. I don't want to put that into my spirit. There's been a lot of things I've seen in my life that I don't want to see. There's things that I've even heard about that were on the web or on social media, period, that just don't belong, and this is one of them. The Nipsey Hussle, another idea. I woke up and seen Steven Jackson going off. He was talking about his brother. It took me 3-4 hours to finally piece together that this man was from Texas, had moved to Minneapolis, was a truck driver, guys. He was a truck driver. Had went up there to change his life, but had connections to Steven Jackson, i.e., this being his mans. They called each other twin. If you look at them, they look just alike. Like I thought this was his real brother, but apparently it's a homeboy. And this might be the straw that broke the camel's back. There's been plenty of us that have fallen to this type of treatment, but this might be the straw that broke the camel's back. This might be the one we needed. It's fucked up to say it, but it might be the one.
I personally feel like just looking at this situation and then thinking back on the situations in the past, I definitely feel like it has been progressive, because with each incident, and it's unfortunate that I have to say it that way, but with each incident there has been more and more, outrage, more and more support, way more than the previous time, So I definitely can see why you feel like, well, this might be the one, because I somewhat feel that way too. I think what makes it different now at this present time than anything is, and it's sad that I gotta say it this way, but it's just what it's gonna take. You have more people outside of our race saying, hey, this shit ain't right. We got more people that are, for in the lack of a better term, in the right places, that are like, hey, this shit is not right. So we are being progressive, but we gotta keep going. We have to keep going, because we have a long way to go.
The last one I remember close to an outcry like this might have been Mike Brown, because they fucked Ferguson up.
Well, no, it has not been on this caliber, but what I'm saying is, with every incident, more things have taken place. Like, we have definitely progressed. Definitely. Now,
they say, when MLK got assassinated, they rioted in like 110 cities in the U.S. Like in a 6-day span.
I saw the day that this right here, all 50 states have reports of protests in regards to this man's death.
Right, and this is all 50 states.
That's
and you see like around the world.
This shit is global, because you have people from outside. Now, and let's not forget, y'all, we are still amongst an active pandemic. Like, COVID-19 has not gone anywhere.
What a murder hornets at?
Where are the hornets? Where are the hornets?
Them niggas gonna pop out later.
Like, we had fucking murder hornets. Where the fuck are they?
Niggas forgot about the
Where are
UFO
the
sightings. Niggas done already forgot that they done found a parallel universe that moves backwards compared to ours. There's a lot of shit going on that didn't drop.
Shit.
There's
Listen.
a lot to deal with right now.
That was some shit.
Yeah, send me that link. Oh my
Yeah,
God. No, I didn't.
I heard about it, but I ain't.
I didn't.
I was
Send me
like,
that
nah,
link.
I'm cool on this. I don't need to go see about none of that shit. Have fucked me up. That's a mind fuck.
What you thought you was the only significant life out this month?
No, I didn't. But that one where the universe goes backwards, Benjamin Button style, that's a mind fuck. Like if you could pick you could pick something that's a mind fuck, that's the one.
Getting younger versus getting older.
Like you come out old as hell, and then you get younger only to, you know what I'm saying?
Get to the point of still take kids.
Yeah. Which I mean, essentially is what.
That's still what happens because you cannot take care of yourself.
Yeah, that's why I said it. It's still.
Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna happen.
I don't know. Maybe I would like to get younger than older because getting older hurt. I'm sorry, and you find gray hairs and shit. It's disappointing. So
That shit, that's a mind fuck. Well, I'm telling you, I'm sitting here now thinking about like, nigga.
Okay, well, move it along. You
That's
get
a mind
nervous.
fuck. I'm not getting nervous.
You
It's
get
just,
nervous.
it's like something to really like. You gotta sit there and think like, God
I feel
damn.
you.
Shout outs to motherfuckers on the front line. Shout outs to anybody,
Man, y'all stay dangerous out there.
When y'all go into these protests, I just want y'all to
You are going to
think
a gunfight
militant.
with a sign.
think militant. If you own firearms, them the time to take your shit with you.
Was it? I was just about to ask that. Are we encouraging
No.
people to go to these protests armed? And the reason why I'm asking is this, because of course my intentions would obviously be to go and protest and yell my shit and say what I got to fucking say, because goddamn it, that's my right? But then at the same time, I know that these people over here who have sex with their cousins are ready to come and wreak havoc. You know what I'm saying? At any given time, this could potentially happen. And I'm not just, and let me just say this, I'm not going to just say that it's them, but this is the example that I'm giving, okay? So how do I go about this? Do I go to this protest lacking? Or do I go to this protest and exercise more than one of the rights that was technically God-given? That's what the Constitution says, correct? Can I not be considered peaceful with my shit in my fanny pack?
No, you definitely within your constitutional right. Because I'm telling you something. If y'all catch JG at a protest, best believe I might have 1, 2, or 3 on me. And extra bag of magazines. Because I'm not fucking around. And this is not a message to the police force or, any other law. This is a message to anybody. Well, it might be a message to the police. If I feel like my life is in danger or I feel like it's harm coming my way and I'm exercising my constitutional right that the Constitution that was signed, what that shit was signed, July 4th, 1776?
Man, we were 3/5 of a person when they signed it.
But I'm saying, whenever they sign that shit,
That's what they say.
at this point in life and at this time in the world, y'all got to accept me as such. So, if one of you motherfuckers who want to come ride by the protest and throw your middle fingers and slang shit at me, and if a motherfucking rock hit me, a bullet coming at your goddamn shit.
Well,
That's what
see,
they want, though.
here's the
They
thing.
want niggas in the streets with guns. What an easy way to wipe them out. They strapped now.
Clear the
But my
whole
thing
street.
is this: you had people just 2 weeks ago protesting.
Alright, okay, so those white people. As we understand. Niggas can't do that. So no, don't go to protest with your gun because it's this simple. Nigga like me, if I go with my gun and like you saying I feel threatened and I ain't worried about no white people going no fucking raw. That's the least of my worry. They really be like starting riots and shit like that. They don't be fucking with protesters. They just be causing havoc and chaos. My issue is with 12 or whatnot. But it's like if I go out there like this is not a militant move. This is like just chaos. Like I don't go to protest because like I was saying, you go to a gunfight with a sign.
Yeah,
And
no,
if I pop out with my gun, it's like even if I stand to try to shoot, now y'all shooting at me. You shooting at me and a crowd of people who are trying to run away. So you're not letting them hit me, you get other people killed. I had to explain to my brother the other day. So it's like if you feel like you gotta carry your strap to go to a protest, don't go.
That's another reason why I haven't went.
Yeah, that's why I will not go.
That is another reason.
But that's why I will
haven't
not go. Because I have way too much to lose, and I personally do not feel like really in this day and age with the climate of today's society and you know being candid here with my mental health, a protest is the last place I need to be. The last place I need to be. This right here is my platform. Okay, I have to pick and choose my battles wisely because I have a child that I'm living for. And you know, this is me, girl. I just wish my brother his 21st birthday because he's no longer with me. Why? Because a white boy killed him. A protest is the last place I need to be and not be able to feel comfortable. And the only way I feel comfortable is what? With my shit on me. You know what I'm saying? So no.
Not going with me, man.
I'm just gonna stay at home.
I'm just gonna stay at home. That paperwork and I can carry mine without even, you know, nobody knowing. I'm sorry. But like Pete was saying, bro, that's like it's been protests. Like shout out to Project, aka Trauma and the Brothers of Growth and Development. Let me say that out loud. Growth and Development.
Don't try too many names, man.
They
wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Whatnot.
I'm probably drawing attention to this, but I don't care. Let me just address it before. Y'all, I only have one hand painted on my nails because I've been practicing. Okay, don't judge me.
Nobody would have even noticed.
Don't judge me. Judge your mom. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I just happened to look down. I was like, oh, let me just issue this. Don't judge me. Judge your mom. Okay.
Back to it. Like I said, shout out to Project C7 Ali, aka Hubba, Lil Bro, and all their homies. They put together the first protest I seen Sunday, and they went from Save a Lot all the way up Church Street. They got up by the Marriott. They marched through downtown. They went all up and through there. I seen another one that happened at Barnett Park.
Was throwing rocks and water.
And then they had, I guess I guess that same protest somehow spilled over to Pine Street. They gave us a curfew. But shout outs to y'all, cause really shout outs to the youth.
Yeah, I just use a lot of young.
I seen a lot more people that graduated and went to school after me. I did see some people in my age bracket, but the majority of the people I see marching are that Generation Z is what they call them.
Generation Z.
I think it's called, because technically we're the millennials.
Yeah,
our age bracket is millennials.
Yeah.
So
like Lil Bro Sr.
yeah, their generation. I'm seeing more of them step up and make their presence known.
They starting to turn like 22 and shit.
Yeah. And we back. For those who are watching this on YouTube, and you probably like, where the fuck did another person come from? Well, the beauty of technology is that we have found our other person. I would like to introduce the show, cousin, motherfucking BHB alumni, motherfucking shit. fellow podcaster, fellow content creator. Give it up for my cousin, Mike!
What's happening, man? It's glad to be back. Man, y'all, man, I first of all, I appreciate everything that y'all doing with the podcast. I see you guys growing. I'm watching the growth. I'm seeing the topics. Y'all, I'm glad that y'all are very diverse. Y'all not just doing just one main thing. Y'all are just doing a variety of different stuff. So y'all keep moving with that, man. I just want to say big ups to you on that, first of all.
Appreciate it, cousin. You are now entering the episode known as The Blackout. It's not technically a numbered episode, but
it's not even an episode.
It's
a happening.
It's more or less another black caucus that we needed to have. It's kind of crazy because this conversation did start on our last podcast with the homie Big Ricky. He came on, had some stuff to say, and George Floyd happened, and all this, that, and the third. So now we just gonna have to hash out, more or less what we can do as a people to fight our oppressors versus, hiding our tails.
Right.
That's essentially what we here to do. Let's look at the topic list to see what we was talking about. First of all, I do want to say this. We got to get Joe Biden the fuck out of here.
Hey man.
Bruh,
You can still, if you was fucking with Bernie, you can still write Bernie in. Like,
okay, here's my thing. Yeah, I did ask.
it's gotta be a collective move.
I had a conversation with my I'm not even gonna say who they are to me because I don't want this to get out and God forbid something happens to them and their employment or whatever. But I had a conversation with somebody about Bernie and I told him, I said, not Bernie, I'm sorry, Joe. I said, listen, Biden was cool with Obama, and I know the specifics about what Obama was against and what Joe Biden was for and how, on a lot of things, Joe Biden was really the reason why Obama kind of leaned towards the things that he did. I'm fully aware of that. However, there is still something about Joe Biden that I do not trust.
Didn't he have something to do
You
with
trying
one
to
of the
tell me I ain't
laws?
black and I don't vote for you.
But Billy, now, okay, I don't want to be that person. I do not want to be that black person, but I'm going to be that black person and boy, fuck you or anybody else who's mad about this, okay? When he said what he said, was he out of line? Okay, I'll give y'all that. But y'all know the context.
Yeah, I know.
You know the context
I had
in which he said, you have to watch. Like, and my thing, what really bothered me about that whole situation is a lot of people who were upset, they didn't even bother to watch the interview. They didn't bother to even, take the time to actually understand just where he may have been coming from. You just got upset. But then you have a person like me who watched the interview from beginning to end, and it's like, yeah, it was a little distasteful, but you know what the fuck he meant.
Yeah, I know.
Shut up.
I feel what he was saying, but at the same time, you being a presidential candidate in the climate of the world that we live in, fam, you can't get that off.
No, but you have to get this. Again, I'm not saying that what he did was right. What I'm saying is, aside of all of that, because that is irrelevant when it's all said and done. Because look at who we have in office right now. Would you rather your potential president say, well, you ain't black if you don't vote for me, or your president say, grab him by the pussy? I'm just saying, like, we have to like really assess what's going on in front of us right now. Like,
fucking free world.
Everybody is so quick to say, let's not get distracted. I'm gonna pull a them on you. Let's not get distracted. Let's not.
I get that, but
let's not get distracted.
I ain't too keen. I wasn't too keen on Hillary.
Okay, so who you gonna vote for, Jordan?
I'm picking the lesser of the two evils.
Who you gonna vote for?
Motherfucking Obama. I would rather have Obama back.
That's what politics is, though. Picking the lesser of two evils. They're all evil. They all lie. They're all evil. They all lie. Okay. When it's all said and
Obama
done,
is just a black.
they're all gonna
in the
lie.
White House. Remember that. Like, what did Obama do specifically for black people?
He ain't do shit.
Okay.
But
He was a nigga in the White House.
I'll do you one. When you ran for senior class president.
oh,
When you ran for senior class president,
alright.
what was your platform? How did you?
I have no fucking idea.
You don't know. So did you?
I don't
Did you
remember
make
what I
any
ran.
promises? Did you have any slogans? Like you don't know. You
No.
don't remember.
How the
Okay.
fuck did you run?
How did I win? Is that what you want to know?
So you said vote for me, and that's it. That's what you did.
I basically said, if I can remember, because this was 11 years ago at this
10.
point.
Okay.
No, it was 11.
Yeah,
Because
it was
09 I had to run, so 09, 10 would have been my rank.
Okay, Mr. Technicality.
I think more or less I was just like, I'll hear out everybody's. I was more or less a people's president. I was Bernie.
Okay.
I was Bernie.
But did you do
You
it?
had no regrets.
Ultimately,
You just-
did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you? So you
I
heard out.
tried to hear out everybody, and I tried to implement the.
No.
I tried to implement. Okay, because for one, I went to Spar High. Spar High isn't the most. It's a black school, but it ain't run by the blacks.
Your circle is black. Okay.
No,
Let me.
I'm
okay.
telling you, the school is black as fuck. You gotta
I
think.
get that. I
Spar
get
High is
that. I
zoned to
know.
have all the projects
I know
in
the
the
ordinance.
school.
Okay, let me ask Billy. Billy, do you remember your student government association? Do you remember your SGA?
Yeah, promises.
Yeah. When they ran, they said a lot of shit, right? They told you what they thought you wanted to hear. Essentially, it was a
Popularity contest. That's what
yeah.
Trump made that bitch a popularity contest 4 years ago and wiped that shit.
It's
Like
been
he
that
turned
way.
this into a laughing
It's been
stock.
that way though.
That's
It's been that way,
That's how
but
I
at least
won.
they tried to be political.
Yeah,
prior
it's
to
been
that.
that way.
That's how I won senior class president. I essentially
See,
was just connected to everybody.
You
Like
just-
I went
you
to
just
Pine
had
Street.
buzz. You
I went
just
to
made
Pine
it-
Street with the white kids.
But no.
I went to Carver with the motherfucking niggas.
Yeah.
So I knew the white people and I knew the niggas, and it was like, okay, Jordan just seems to be the best fit for this. I don't know
Everyone's
why.
like, oh, it's Jordan.
Yeah, it's JG. Like,
Yeah, niggas like, yeah,
literally.
JG, shit, I love JG.
And then I think I might have won by a landslide just because of all the niggas that I went to school with.
You full of
My
shit.
point is this. Okay,
You
well,
want you want
what
a Trump
about you?
ass election.
In high school,
Chill, bro.
SGA.
Am I?
Were you a part of SGA?
What else sound like
Mike.
Trump type of
Were
election?
you a part of SGA?
Like student council SGA.
Yeah.
They kicked me out.
Oh,
You a cheater.
I ain't get to make
man.
it that point. They kicked me out.
okay. So being that you were kicked out, that means you were a part. So let me ask you this: when running, how did you campaign? Like, how did you win your votes?
I know with high school student council, like I was a part of it, but I never ran for office. But when I was in Oklahoma, I did.
Okay.
They had SGA in there, and basically I just did the same promotion that presidents do or senators do.
Thank
like
you.
I promise to do this, and this. I have this policy.
Exactly.
If you follow this formula, I'll be able to give you this. If you vote for me, I give you this. It's give and take. Give and take. The same promotion we do in high school is the same thing presidents do. The only difference is the funding and the platform.
Yeah.
Those are the only two differences.
That's the only difference.
And how deep the motherfuckers did to expose some shit.
Now that.
High school, you only worried about some shit popping up from middle school.
Well, you know what?
I ain't give a fuck
didn't
what
have
you
that
pull
popping
on.
up. I didn't
Yeah,
have that
but I'm
popping
saying,
up.
but like on a realistic level, that's the
Yeah.
most they can pop out. Or some shit
Mm-hmm.
from like middle school or some shit.
I feel
But
it.
when you in your damn 40s and 50s running for the president of the United States,
You did some stuff.
you did some shit.
But what's
Somebody,
the?
nobody.
But I mean, we ain't really. Ain't nobody really had no dirt dug. Well, I don't know because that shit don't come to the public. But that's neither here nor there. Let me ask y'all this question, and the reason I'm asking y'all this because I seen it today. It's not on the topic list, but it's definitely something that we've been campaigning for. Now, shit, Mike, you went. Hold on, I can ask Mike too because I'm fucking glad you hit Mike. So, y'all two went to an HBCU.
Right.
Mike, you did go to one of them schools you went to. Wasn't Denmark like an HBCU?
Yeah, well.
Denmark Tech counts as an HBCU,
Yeah,
but
I always thought Denmark was an
it technically counts.
HBCU. Denmark Tech. I thought it was an
It's
HBCU.
just because it's right beside where he. So.
That's why I thought it. I gave it.
Yeah, they
I thought it was
Yeah,
an HBCU.
but niggas fuck with Denmark Tech.
Yeah.
Okay.
Denmark
Okay.
Tech Love State.
Shit show.
So now I seen this post today, and it said this verbatim, and I had to I felt myself turn into Princess on the soapbox on Facebook because she do this shit from time to time. The post read, "You so black you picked the PWI over an HBCU. Let that sink in."
Wait a minute, hold on. What you mean I do this from time to time and I be on the soapbox? What you talking about?
Sometimes on your Facebook post you get on your soapbox.
Such as?
I have to
Hey,
find one.
honey, you got to have some proof.
I'll have to
You make
find one.
statements like this.
But I'm telling you what I did. Let me explain to you how I had to read this person, whoever put this.
You read somebody?
Yeah, I had to read them niggas.
Oh,
Because I
do
felt
tell.
this in my spirit.
Do
you know what I'm
tell.
saying? Now, ever since we started this podcast, the idea was to talk about music and talk about, things that move the culture forward. And for us, y'all being HBCU graduates and me going to a PWI and realizing I should have went to a HBCU, I feel like we should lead our youth to HBCUs. Now my brother, he graduated from North Carolina Central, an HBCU. I got accepted into North Carolina Central. However, it was 4 hours away from home. I was a mama's boy, and I was gonna have to do out-of-state tuition. I just didn't feel like it was a good idea.
Right.
Not really comprehending, but also at the
You
same
didn't
time not
understand the
comprehending
heritage, the culture.
that, as well as not knowing that I can go to South Carolina State and get, if not the same, a better experience in college in my state. Because I went to a school where the first words out of people's mouth, "Oh, state, that ain't nothing but like going to Spartan High again. And you know what I'm saying? I was jaded to that fact
It ain't.
until I get to interact with my son's godfather. Until I get to hear out my old lady about their experiences with the black college, and then me going to upstate and being like,
They couldn't never.
you know what I'm saying? Like upstate now, they wanna, like upstate call themselves a fake. They call themselves a fake HBCU because niggas do run the school, but it's still not the experience of
Listen,
a South Carolina
let me
State,
tell you
a Grambling.
On behalf
A&T.
of all HBCUs, HBCU attendees,
Bring back FUBU.
graduates,
Bring back FUBU.
bring back FUBU, but understand something. There is no experience like an HBCU experience. I'm not gonna knock anybody for their decision on whatever university they choose to attend. However,
I said.
there is no experience.
Don't
like
nobody say that
an
man like you say that man nothing, Paula.
experience.
You know this.
Period.
Don't nobody say that man nothing like you say that man nothing. You cold motherfucker. I'm telling you, P.
Period.
Now, Mike, what's your thought process? Because you did graduate from USC Upstate, but what's your thought process on the PWI versus the HBCU race?
So he didn't experience both.
Yeah.
The hell out of both of them. So.
Yeah, when it comes to that, because I did experience both. I went to Denmark Tech I went there for a year and a half. Then I went to Upstate for 4.
Oh, you had a good time, and then you had a whole homecoming and everything, so you was able to really. You was in there.
Really.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that second homecoming always better than you.
It's always better because you know exactly what to do. You know what to do.
You know exactly what to do. You're right.
It's a survival kit to HBCU homecoming, baby, honey. You gotta know what to do.
I ain't gonna lie. It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun when I went there. And I went to other homecomings besides the one in my school. Like Boys is across the street.
Yeah.
State was like 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
So like I was able to go to like a whole bunch of stuff, like a whole bunch of parties, like going to HBCU. Like it was a great experience. But I know after high school, because I graduated high school a long time ago. I got it in 2005. I wanted to go to HBCU. That was my first intent. I wanted to go to A&T. Like that was the school I wanted to go. Like I had a whole lot of plan back. Like I wanted to go to A&T. I wanted to play at Q. I wanted to do all of that stuff.
Wait. You want to do what? Say it again.
I said, I had a whole outline of what I was going to do at A&T. I was going to go to A&T. I was going to major in entrepreneurship. I was going to be a Q. Like I had it completely lined up. I had my full outline of when I was going to go, but I didn't get to go, unfortunately. So I had a lot of stuff happen, but I ended up going to Denmark Tech. But Denmark Tech was actually my second chance because I couldn't go to school for like 3 years. But that's a whole different story.
Right.
But with the PWI and HBCUs, I feel like there are differences, but I do have to be honest about something about HBCUs and PWIs. With my experience, I actually became more conscious being in the PWI than I was at HBCU. Only because my blackness was not front and center at HBCU. At PWIs, it is.
That makes sense.
When you in class, what's that?
I said that makes sense.
Yeah, so like when I was at Upstate and I had to go to these classes, especially like history, philosophy, sociology, the racism really shows when you're in those classes. Like people really reveal how racist they truly are at those PWIs, and you get to see it. At HBCU, I didn't have that experience. I mean, shoot, everybody black. Like it's kind of like you walking around. It's kind of like being in Africa. Like, of course you ain't gonna face no racism. Everybody black. PWI is front and center, so I feel like my consciousness grew.
Yeah, it was front and center when I went to
PWI because my blackness was front and center. But you know, it's just a hot take.
When I went to Pine Street, that's like I think that was my first encounter with racism in the damn public school system. I was like, God damn. And I was young and
I went to high school.
Yeah, you went to the spring, so yeah.
Yeah, I moved there, and I went to I went to District 7 in elementary. Then I moved again in high school. So
right,
but had to move up out of there where I was living there.
Facts. Now we had these conversations amongst ourselves, and we talk about how we can Killer Mike put it like mobilize. Mobilize our power and try to create it. And I do feel like the first step is for us to pull our kids out of these PWIs in college. Let's start with our kids going into school. And, if we paying to go to school, why not put the money back into the HBCUs and let's let our money flow through them, Because I'm more willing to, if Zuri feel like he got to go to college, but he ain't got no scholarship or something, I'm, at this point in my life, as black as I am today, because I'm blacker than ever, by the way. I'm blacker than ever, I swear. But I do feel like I would be more inclined to, if he need $5,000 this semester, as long as that $5,000 going to a black school, I'm fine.
I've always said, when it comes down to my children, whatever school they want to go to, I will support them. Like, you will not hear, I will not backlash you. Like, I really will not. I support you 100%. However, if it requires any money from mama, if it's not an HBCU, I'm going to have to figure that out. And that's just that. Now, again, I'm going to support you. So, you go out here, you join these clubs. Oh, mama's there. But if you can be at Duke, okay?
Oh,
mama's there.
Oh, wait.
But I'm not paying for shit. I'm just throwing something out there, okay? I'm just saying.
Duke high as fuck.
I'm just saying. You can be there, but I'm not paying for shit.
Right.
If it's not an HBCU, you don't get my money. Honestly, and that's just what it is. I want you to be happy. If I have a daughter and she wins campus queen, I'm at my baby's coronation, okay? I'm not paying for no dress. I'm not paying for no hair. I'm not paying for no makeup.
But
I'm not paying for none of that because
I don't even want my kids to see the PWIs.
I'm not gonna deprive you. I'm not gonna deprive you from, doing what it is that you feel like because you're gonna bump your head. It doesn't. Yeah. I can tell you until I'm blue in the face. I can say, y'all, that house is on fire. If you decide to go in that house and you get burned, at the end of the day, that is on you. As your parent, I told your dumb ass the house was on fire. I can't do for so much. The same thing with this. I can say, listen, this is the way that mama chose, this is why. But if you make the conscious decision that no, I want to go elsewhere, okay. Kind of like T.I., his son. T.I. wanted his son to go to the HBCU, right? The little fucker said, nope, I don't want to go to no HBCU. I don't want to go nowhere where everybody look like me. I want to go where everybody don't look like me. I want to be incognito. I'm T.I.'s son. I want to be, I want to be on the low. T.I. said, you know what? I can't help but respect it. The same way. I'm just not going to pay for it.
Campus, boy.
I'm not going to pay for it. Bye.
I feel that. I just feel like for us,
and I'm not gonna wear their t-shirts. I will not wear their nails.
The way that my parents are to be in my household is as black as I am today. I don't even want you to even. If you ain't got visual proof of the PWI, like all you know is HBCU. Like if we just, family trips, we fuck around and end up in Florida or something. It's like, oh fam, you over here, skirt,
But it's still up to the child. What I'm saying is it's still up to that child. So if we can take Zuri to every damn black homecoming there is, if Zuri decides, oh, I want to go to Carolina, okay, go to Carolina. I'm just not paying for the shit.
Cause I almost went to North Carolina State. I'm just not gonna pay for it.
You better have every damn scholarship and grant, and you better maintain it. So while you up there partying, you better maintain that 4.0, because baby, mama's not paying for nothing.
All right, so this is a tangent question, but I have to ask it.
I got on the gas money to come home.
Let's say the child does go to a PWI. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like they get the full experience when they?
You gonna regret that? You gonna want to transfer when I'm done with you? Reverse psychology.
This other one still going. This one's still going. All right. But do you feel like you get the full experience if you join the fraternity or sorority of black culture at the PWI, or does it kind of help your experience to navigate through your blackness if you join the fraternity or sorority in the PWI?
Well, being that I went to the HBCU, but I did not pledge, and my experience was perfectly fine. I'm just gonna go out.
No, I'm saying, and this question is more so diverted more to Billy.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, Billy. What I'm saying is, okay, basically what I'm asking you is, let's say you did end up going to North Carolina State, but you did still end up becoming a Q at North Carolina State.
Oh, that racism shit still heavy as fuck. Cause it's crazy. Black dude, he the bros, like his name Kyrie, like he my son.
Right.
The motherfucker that's no scratch that. I want to say he might be 14, but he ended up becoming that student body president. And the people like students was putting like all kind of racist shit on the school site and all that shit. Yeah, like. So,
but what I'm saying is do you feel like
we came up there? Them boys had names.
Do you feel like you get the full experience of joining that fraternity at that PWI, and does it kind of help you?
I don't think so.
Navigate your blackness.
I feel like in the black community, yeah, because like I feel like every PWI has a black community that's like we make our black moves together type shit.
Right.
You know?
Oh yeah, because I've been to plenty of PWI.
And that's how I know like motherfuckers who moved at USC, like that's how that shit used to be. So, but I don't know. I feel like when like it's like you're not really recognized on that campus. as a whole.
So you still feel like?
But you're really not. Wofford, remember, you didn't DJ how many parties there?
Yeah,
they have a fucking room as big as this lobby.
Nah,
I mean,
it's big.
it'll probably
It's
be
a
bigger
house.
than
It's
this
a
lobby.
house.
But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
for what's supposed to be for us, it is we only matter enough for like a room as big as a guest house. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not something that, I don't want to say that it's not something to be proud of, because it is, but it's just like, damn, like, this is it.
Like,
Yeah,
you
they
know,
hold
like,
what
this
you
is
got.
it.
Damn,
Like,
that's what I get.
we get a garage door, a countertop, a bathroom, maybe 1,000 square feet. That's it. You
They
know, like,
hold
it's
Divine
not even 1,000
Nine shit at
square
one
feet.
house. Like
That's
they
it.
hold Divine Nine
Yeah,
shit at one
like,
house.
They black.
That's
And they
it.
call it, I think it's called the NPHC house.
That is exactly what it's called.
That ain't black.
But that's it.
But all the
And
white friends got them.
I'm not even Greek, and I just feel like that's just that right there. It's just like, woo, wait.
Do frat houses and sorority houses in our Divine Nine still exist somewhere?
Some places. But it's, at this point, it's more like a liability thing. It's like, you gotta be able to financially cover, like, that house. If you're gonna call that specifically your
A lot of
frat
things
house,
can
like,
take place in that
yeah,
house.
if
You
you're
have
gonna,
to be
exactly,
ready
you're
to-
gonna specifically call that your
Yeah.
frat house, put your chapter name on it, then, like, one, your chapter has to be responsible, it makes the fraternity responsible. So then it's like, it's not so much of like, well,
It's
you're
a
gonna make rules and
different
guidelines for the
insurance.
brothers who can actually live in that house and what goes on in that house and things of that nature. So it's a lot to go into it, trust me, because it's been discussed.
So it's a lot of technicalities,
Yeah,
basically.
it's been-
But you just imagine, like,
But then you got like everybody got an unofficial frat house, you know.
No, of course.
And then some places it's like in areas where they got a frat house, it's just been long established as the frat house, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't never been nothing that was part of the chat, like, you know, nothing that was unofficial. But
Yeah.
it's
But
always been shit.
somebody always been in there that's part of that
Exactly.
organization and such.
And it gets to the point of shit. It's been like they buy that bitch, so now it's there. It's just
Right.
general, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those pop up, but you know, as far as like how the school provides them for them, for the white kids, no. I don't know of nowhere.
Now, are y'all
I might be
participating?
wrong, but not to my knowledge. Ain't no many brothers out of me. Ain't nobody ever said, yeah, you know, we got campus, we got the frat house. No, everybody got their spot, but you know nobody.
Wofford, technically, without the only thing they had for a while was Omega's, and their house was technically the Omega house. It was pretty dope.
By default.
Let me ask y'all this though. Y'all participating on the Blackout Day on July 7th?
yeah.
We ain't spending no money with the white
I'm
folks.
gonna try. That is, you know
I
what?
feel
I'm
like-
real about my shit.
I do pretty well with it on the regular anyway, I feel like.
I have yet to go a day without spending $1. Sorry.
Mike, you spending money with the white man on July 7th?
Well, you didn't say that.
Man, I ain't got enough money to spend the money with the white man anyway. So I'm gonna be doing it by default.
Respect. We also gotta cancel July 4th at this point.
I thought it
We
was.
should have been canceled July.
I thought it
4th.
was.
It's crazy. No one ever really heard of Juneteenth like that until this year.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what's
I
going
hate
on.
that they had to take all of these events for people to realize Juneteenth and what it's all about.
Right.
We had to wait until 2020. Juneteenth been around since what? 1865,
Yeah.
and we wait until 2020 to
2
truly
years later.
recognize it. Crazy.
You know,
that message was just delayed as fuck.
you know,
And if I was Friday,
stereotypically,
this
us niggas are
take
late to
out-
the party.
Put in for that bit.
Stereotypically. It's fucked up to say it, but black folks be late to the party. Just like I feel like we late to the party now with this whole, you know, us going and fucking shit up.
What you mean?
Like,
You said niggas should have been riding.
I do feel that way. Like, when the Sean Bell situation happened, Sean Bell happened like, what, 05 it had to be?
That was
2006.
That was fucked up.
2006.
It was
Like,
2006.
they
November
killed this
2006.
man the night before his wedding, execution style,
Execution style.
with assault right. Like, they really chopped him up.
Shot that car the freak up.
That was 06.
Like, lit it up.
Rodney King, like, we riding and shit for Rodney King, but we didn't do that. That stuff didn't happen till after the verdict. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or when they was out killing Black Panthers and all this extra shit.
Right.
Like, it's 2020.
And it's still going on.
You know what I'm saying? All respect to George Floyd. I hate that we having to speak his name in this, in this,
way,
yeah,
right?
and remember him in this way. But why did it take him? You know, we done already had Freddie Gray. We done had Mike Brown. George Zimmerman still running the fuck around.
And nigga locked up on Rice Street right now in the A. At least he was the other day. Got locked up.
Even still,
Yeah.
he's still outside.
Exactly. Yeah.
He sold the fucking gun
I'm disappointed
that he
in his
killed the
own.
boy with,
I'm
bro.
so disappointed in his own.
He sold
Somebody
the gun.
sold
He
the
auctioned the shit to fuck.
Yeah, for some walk. That's what's made it worse. Not only did you auction it, but motherfuckers really paid that much for the
They
gun
paid
and
for it.
killed that little boy.
They paid for it. They paid for it.
He auctioned the gun off.
And they paid for it.
Like, he real live
Yeah, I don't think
auctioned
we're
this
wrong
some
with this
bitch
shit.
off.
Like,
How the fuck?
Motherfuckers don't get why we feel what we fucking feel about shit.
I feel like now may be different than how it was back in the day. Well, not back in the day, but a few years ago. Because I feel like years ago, we was focusing on we want equality, we want justice.
Yeah.
Of course, we want justice now. But
Right.
I feel like more now we want vengeance. We want revenge. That's how I feel like the energy now is completely different than how it was back when Trayvon Martin back in 2012, when Freddie Gray happened, and all of it. Like when all of those happened, I feel like we were still focused on equality. I feel like now we want revenge and the justice. So the energy just feels different now.
It's a different class of leaders too for us, like socially, and like as far as like how you saying like we were talking about millennials and centennials.
Right.
I know social media wise, I follow a lot of like I guess you can call them influencers, but these are guys who are like basically pushing like I guess you would say the new world order of how things are falling into place as far as how you need to move financially, how you need to move, as far as your health is concerned, as far as like being, with your weapons and like being able to use them legally, and especially with their finances as far as like buying commodities like gold and things of that nature. Like, ain't nothing wrong with buying hella gold jewelry if it's real gold, because that means it holds value. If that dollar becomes worthless, you got gold. Ounces of gold.
That's what Derek Grace be talking about,
Right
right?
thing how it would like, yeah, exactly.
Derek Grace.
So like how some Pop Darby and shit.
Yeah.
And, 19 Keys.
I follow him.
Raspy. Like,
Oh, I never heard of him.
but
Like,
yeah,
I follow.
Raspy, that's as far as laws, like, and understanding verbiage, and understand what you're saying to them, what they're saying to you, and understand why they can do the things they do, and loopholes and shit.
Yeah. Like, I fuck with 19 Keys, of course, Derek Grace, Black Rambo.
Who am I? Blue Pillars.
Blue Pillars. I fuck with him too. But, I don't. We are a little bit more militant mindset. I guess because we done had our time of turning the other cheek.
Absolutely.
And then
Respectively.
think
I think
about
black
it.
people are the most forgiving. We're way too forgiving.
We are.
Way too forgiving.
We let,
That's
bro.
the people
This
we
is
got in the soul, bro.
okay. I don't want nobody to take this sentence the wrong way of what I'm about to
Say
say,
what you about to say.
but I got to say it. We let the other man into our culture entirely too fucking much.
Way
You ain't saying
too
nothing
much.
wrong.
Okay,
They love our culture. They don't love us.
for one,
Let
The
look
only
at
reason
this.
they love our culture because they profit from it.
Man.
Right.
They love our culture
Man,
to a
look
certain
at me,
extent.
man.
So let me say this: like when I have my hot takes about Eminem, and don't get me wrong, as a child I did enjoy Eminem, I did enjoy all that shit. But as I got older, and my mind opened up, and I was able to see things in a different light, I realized that
Some shit.
Eminem, Vanilla Ice, MC Serch, like certain guys who just play too much into us as a unit, like that pandering shit is real. like certain rappers I do fuck with that are not of my skin complexion, i.e. like a Mac Miller, i.e. Action Bronson, because they don't dabble so much and want to be us. They're still themselves. They still, like, Action Bronson still wears shorts in the middle of the winter and he wears dirty Carhartts. Like, I fuck with a dude like that. Like, Paul Wall, he teetered the line, but I understand where he from. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a Houston kid.
Yeah, I feel like he did too. The way they fuck with him in that music, he gotta be genuine.
You can always tell when a person is being genuine or when they just trying too hard. Like, it's really no code to it. Like, you just know. Like, I feel like you know when a person is just being themselves, and then when they're just trying to like what's that girl named Bad Baby or the Bad whatever that Barbie
boy.
I ain't never
people like that. I don't care what you say or whatever that other little slow ass girl is. Whatever the girl is with the eyes. She was arguing with young boy with Bad Baby over young boy. I'm gonna pull her up for you.
Yeah,
she's the one that's like, I'm a black girl, and I don't give a fuck. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She got the big eyes.
You talking about Whoa Vicky?
And she talk like Whoa Vicky, yes, Whoa Vicky, yes. She sounds like she has like a sinus infection all the time. Like she talks to her. Whoa Vicky, wow. Yeah. Girl. People like that, no, never will I ever. First of all, Bad Baby, I saw you carry on. If you were black, I'm gonna tell you right now, the shit you put with Phil, Dr. Phil, that would have never taken place in a black house.
Never.
You're not getting that out of the black house at all.
You're not doing shit.
No. You got your ass.
Girl, you could never be black and do that shit. Okay? Never. Ever.
No, that's facts.
The thing is, white people do not want to give us the credit that is due, but black people actually have way more respect for others.
We really do.
We have way more respect
always
for
down
others
to the gangsters
than y'all, y'all credit us for.
Always down to the dude.
We are the complete opposite. We're the complete opposite of what we're portrayed as. That's the crazy. It's crazy. We're portrayed as these barbaric, just rambunctious, dumb individuals, and the complete. We're the inventors. We're the engineers.
Woo!
We're the original doctors.
Woo!
We're the original teachers.
Woo!
We started this shit. That's the problem.
That's
the problem. You know how low, and I'll say it, you know how low you are beneath us. And that's why you're scared. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, white folks historically has only had a 500-year run in history.
Man, they can't go.
Say that one more time. What'd you say?
White people historically has only had a 500-year run.
Yeah, compared to like the length of how long like the world has existed.
Compared to how the world is, they only had a 500-year run. That's it.
And they spent 350 whooping our ass and telling us to pick cotton.
I'm telling you.
You know what I mean?
Taking credit for our inventions. We created the cotton gin.
Right? And how the fuck you ain't picking cotton? How you make a cotton gin? You ain't picking that shit. You don't even
How would the invention of the cotton gin have helped you?
Exactly. Why would you make that shit efficient for you to do?
You remember how earlier I was talking about mind fucks? That statement is a mind fuck.
Listen, if you hit the reefer, you really be able to help.
Yep, we invented it, and he took the credit. Eli Whitney.
Yeah.
That nigga said white people have had a 500-year run on a planet that is thousands.
Yeah, like that.
Upon thousands.
But they're a figure of,
But you also listen. I ain't gonna
listen.
Think about this, bro. They take over. That takeover was a hostile.
It was stolen.
It was.
Columbus just came through it. Not even but
with his chest stuck out.
Columbus is the end. Is really the end of that shit. You gotta think of it like the religious crusades coming out of Europe, where they came in. Basically, it was get down and lay down.
Yeah,
and they taught us that book.
You gonna
We're not
here for that,
or
Jordan.
you gonna lay down. You feel me?
We're
One
not
or
here
two.
for that.
Because if you don't believe what I believe, then you gotta be evil, so we're gonna kill you.
No, absolutely.
That's simple. And that's how they justify that
But you know,
shit.
it's crazy how they pick and choose what bits and pieces
They taught us
to
this shit in
apply.
grade school, bro. That's
You
crazy.
know.
They taught us that in high school. Y'all remember when they talked about the Renaissance and all that in
Yeah.
religious crusade?
Yes.
They taught us that in school.
I used to sit in school, and it's probably because I did go to Pine Street, but I did used to have them thoughts of like,
Why they didn't teach about
why the
Moors?
fuck am I learning so
Bring
much
them out
about
of dark
Europe?
ages.
I'm not European.
Exactly.
I'm clearly an African. Like them,
They teach that in the schools to make the European the hero.
right, but them 3 days they
Of
did give us
course.
African. I was one of them kids like, all right, I connect with this on a way deeper level. Why the fuck am I in here for 2 days learning
And
about
I'm
a
mad
continent that can fit all of the
I was about to say
fucking
that.
continents on the planet on it?
I'm mad they let niggas think that Africa was a country.
Was
for the
small.
longest.
It was a little like they make you feel like, oh, it's just this little dot. It's
Like, Africa ain't nothing
insignificant.
for
Like
you.
it ain't.
Look at Europe.
Like it ain't the starting point.
Oh, Russia's so
You know what?
big.
I'm gonna actually shout out to my mom and my dad for instilling certain things into me. But I'm also gonna say shout out to Miss Dindy from Ed Whitlock. Okay, fuck what you.
Whitlock.
fuck what
Shout
you
out to
talking
the
about.
black
Junior
junior high schools in
Yes,
Mississippi.
absolutely. Shout
Whitlock
out
and
to
Carl.
Miss Dindy, my 8th grade social studies teacher. Miss
Oh,
Dindy was black, and she made sure that while she did teach what they told her to teach, she taught what she wanted to teach. And there are a lot of things that, I was getting at home, but I was also getting at school. So I'm just going to say, I don't know where she is. Shout out to you, Miss Dindy, wherever you are. 'Cause
We
you
need
don't
more
know.
teachers like her.
Oh, yeah, because she used to be all that.
That's what I ain't a cat.
We need
Yeah.
more black teachers, bro.
Ain't it crazy that in the school system they actually tell you what to teach and what not
Yeah,
to?
they block it
They
out.
actually have it on there.
They block it out.
Yeah, they mark it
absolutely.
out, especially with the Common Core stuff that's going on now. I know when I was at Upstate, they literally told us what we need to teach and what we didn't.
Bro,
Because my concentration was social studies, and they literally said like, "Hey, you can talk about this, but hey, you got to mark this out. You got to limit this. You can only talk about that." And I was like, "Whoa! Like, why can't these kids know the truth about
Right.
everything?"
What's wrong with the
They
truth?
say I want to say one of the Dakotas that like they don't even teach about slavery anymore. Like
Wow.
they allowed them to not like teach about it.
Yeah.
And shit.
They said they volunteered indentured servants.
Yeah,
I'm
like
where-
they talk about indentured servant.
And do you know
Volunteer.
the definition of an indentured servant?
Did
And
they
you
put
want to
volunteer
put
for
that
that motherfucker?
man?
Like we was like, we're gonna come over there in shackles on a boat ride where we don't eat it all. So somebody's gonna die and get thrown off in the ocean. The other's gonna be sick as fuck when we get there, just to come start working hard as fuck and die in the first couple days.
Yeah, I know
This is
I think
volunteering for this.
Texas that said that.
That is
I think it was
definitely
Texas.
voluntary
They
right
literally-
there.
They literally was talking about that. They were basically saying that we wanted to volunteer to build the economy for the colonies. They literally said that, and I'm sitting here like, y'all know this is like, but like I said before, they have to create these textbooks to make the white man the hero. Our founding fathers, all of them were rapists and slave owners.
All of them. All of
And
them.
I've been telling people
You
like,
can't trust no man with wooden teeth.
if your friend
Okay.
came over to me,
Period.
And
You
the
can't
he
trust
really
no
would.
man. If he got wooden fucking teeth, you can't
And his
trust
people
no
don't
man with wooden
He stole-
teeth.
He
Fuck
literally
all of
plucked
that.
out the teeth from his slaves and made that his mouth.
They had
His teeth
slave
was
teeth.
It was slave teeth.
Oh.
Slave teeth. He literally yanked the teeth out of his slaves and made it his teeth.
They had wooden teeth and slave teeth, bro.
Dog, a nigga.
It says, you know what, let us use this moment. If the man don't have a dental plan, he might not be the man for you.
this nigga, man.
Drops mic.
Shawty said a nigga with wood teeth.
Because George Washington did have wooden
Yeah.
teeth, and it was also said that he did wear the teeth of his slaves, like, and other presidents, did
Hey,
that. So
you see
like
how they strapped their head to him
that's
into-
public information.
Say that again.
You ain't see how they scrapped the hair at Tell Me 20 though?
Oh yeah, they fucked up for that. I definitely was looking forward to getting
Yep,
one
still
of
ain't
the
got
fucking
on.
I
friends.
ain't care for it no way. Why you gonna put her on a bill and put a slave on the other side of that bill? Fuck that.
I feel that.
If she gonna get a bill, let her get her own bill, period.
Have y'all heard about that Harriet Tubman movie? This is all left field. But have y'all heard about how untrue that shit was?
Like, yeah, like,
They put in a fake slave ring or some shit.
some bullshit.
Yeah, the movie was all fucked up.
Yeah,
Really discredit
I'm
her.
going to be honest. I let the reviews kind of skew me from, watching it. Now, I do support such films, but this particular one, I did not watch
Who
it.
was the director?
A white man.
Oh,
I did not watch
Hey,
it.
cool, Bubba.
Yeah, I did not watch it. I
I've
did
never
not
even watched that
support.
Guys of Egypt movie because they had all
I
white
don't like
people
movies that
playing.
has the white savior complex.
Yeah, I had no intention. I really didn't want to. I
ain't
just
gonna
felt
count.
like, nah, I'm gonna be cool on this.
Tarzan, the live Tarzan. I was like, really? So he saved Africa?
The one that came out in the 90s?
No. I'm talking
The
about-
newest one with the dude
Oh,
from
I
Yeah,
True
they
Blood.
did a remake a few years ago.
Oh, I didn't even know they had
Samuel
one.
Jackson in there.
Don't even matter.
I wasn't
I
watching
was
that
like,
shit.
damn, so I was like, he
Didn't
had
even
to
know
If
it
you
existed.
show me any movies based in Africa or based in a period in a
that
place,
bitch was not in Africa in that movie. I mean,
I'm just saying any movie based in a place where it should be people that look like me. If people don't look like me in the movie, I'm not turning that bitch on.
Right.
True.
I was like, really?
Or if it's got like something to do with somebody that's supposed to look like me, I'm not turning that bitch on.
Right.
Cause it's just certain shit you got to put into your mind, and that's not one of them.
No, you're right.
Like, I don't even want to buy my kid like white toys.
No,
and,
he's not getting it.
certain shit I'm not like Zuri's not getting.
No.
Just because like you got to understand
No.
from the jump
Yeah.
as a child,
You are light,
you are a
not white.
god, nigga.
You're light, not white.
I shouldn't say nigga after I call you a god, but my nigga, you are a god.
Period.
Like it was,
He
like,
is
I
light.
can't do nothing.
Like I can't even call you a
Like,
king. I got to call you a god. Like you got to understand
No,
that
because
you
he
are
is.
made in the
He
image
is.
of the Most High,
G-A-W-G.
of GP.
Out the jump.
Of like
Off dick.
from the first, like when you walk into school, you walk into the school with your head held high because they want to be like you.
Right, peace.
You are far superior
Yeah.
than anybody else in this motherfucker. You just got to understand that.
You see your birthmark, honey.
And Doja Cat, you are fucking cancer.
Fuck that bitch. You know what? Let's not. We're gonna have time
Y'all
before
know,
we talk about
y'all
her.
know she been
We're
like
gonna
this,
have
right?
time before we talk about her. We're gonna have time before we talk about her.
And then been saying,
Hey man,
Give me a second.
Mike, I appreciate you for coming on. You got anything you want to tell these people real quick? You know what I'm saying? Anything you need to tell them, let them know, goddamn, what's happening.
Shoot, nothing new. I know besides with everything going on, that coronavirus took a halftime break.
right.
Not a halftime
And them
break.
Hornets.
It took a halftime break. Now we gotta deal with racism, like we've been dealing with before any of us was born,
And what?
before
Three
our grandparents was born, and so on and so forth. I feel as if our lives is showing that it's really time for change. We have to create change within ourselves and within our community. This is our time to do it. I feel like God don't make mistakes. It all happens for a particular reason.
Right.
So we just need to focus on ourselves and our community, because trying to be white, trying to simulate with white culture, trying to emulate white culture
Right.
has not benefited. Now I can go on a rabbit hole and talk about capitalism is the same ism that racism is, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'll say that for next time.
Yeah, well, hey, when you do that episode of your show,
So I'm
I need to be on that motherfucker.
Right.
I'm trying. Look, I just want to sit in the corner like.
I just want to hear it live, like I want to hear it before everybody else. That's all. Just let me feel important.
Big facts. Y'all, hey, round of applause for the man behind the Good Father Brand podcast.
Yeah, man. Good
Can't wait.
Podcast.
Can't
About
wait.
fatherhood and everything between.
Can't wait. Thanks, Mike. Hey, when we need you again for some more insight, we gonna goddamn call you, boy.
Oh, you all right for sure. Or I can just pull up. I ain't too far now.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, man. No problem, man. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh my God, that's a wild.
You ain't never been stomped till you get stomped in the D-Wing bathroom.
Damn.
I'm telling you, third floor D-Wing, that's fucking Fight Club.
You ready? All right.
Get out, Charles here.
And we're back. Special thanks to Cuzzo for coming on, rocking with us for a minute. We definitely can't wait to have him back on the show live. I definitely do, before we get out of here, I want to highlight Greenville rapper, native, D-Glory, for his portion in the protest that happened in Greenville. If you haven't seen it, we'll put the picture in the video, but he definitely, the story was a lady, a Caucasian lady did want to keep protesting, however she did get tired, so they gave her a wheelchair, and Brother D-Glory pushed that lady through the streets of downtown Greenville, so round of applause to you.
Blessing. Yes.
Yeah, man, we got to be a little bit more professional at the time. But shout out to you, D-Glory, man. You know we support you over here at the show. We can't wait to get you over here for sure. In closing, I do want to touch on Alderman Tip and Alderman Killer Mike's speeches that they had after the initial findings of the George Floyd situation. Killer Mike was just real. I mean, bro just basically was like, I don't have nothing positive to say in this moment for obvious reasons. And it's time for us to wake up and do something about it. I mean, we've been talking about it and we've been having these barbershop conversations about what we can do and how we can move this thing forward, but now's the time more than ever. I mean, we gotta get the joke of a president out of the White House. We gotta clean up our local governments. We got to take control of our money. We got to financially become a powerhouse. We had to become the powerhouse that we are. What is it? 99% of our money is spent outside of our community. Just let that sit in. I mean, if we just honest, I mean, I'm probably sitting here with more white people money on than goddamn, you know what I'm saying?
No.
That was just fucked up to say, but you know, it is what it is. We got to create our own infrastructure, bro.
A whole lot of design over. A whole lot of design over.
Nah, you know, Adidas is German, and Germans did fold the black folks. They don't. I didn't want to research. I thought the Germans folded them.
Stop while you're here.
Who the fuck was they at when we was getting slaved in since they fuck with us?
They wasn't.
Who fuck with us? Because when you fuck with somebody, you an ally. When you try to fuck with somebody,
You got to.
Exactly. Nowhere in the world.
Well, period.
We all we got.
For us, by us.
You should or not, I'm the best nigga you got.
Had to blow it up like there.
Stay black and die.
Facts. But yeah, like I was saying, bro, it's time for us to build our own infrastructure. Just here in Spartanburg, bro, I seen a post today. Josh, my key little brother, he basically was like, you know, instead of it being one day, why can't we do this on the regular? So, you know, I actually hit him up on the side like, yo, how can we do this to where it's a monthly, weekly, bi-monthly, bi-weekly, some type of summit, some type of place where we can set up. I mean, EJ, take EJ for example. The nigga take pictures, the nigga do videos, the nigga rap, the the nigga motherfucking produce,
Bro,
the nigga engineer.
Bro, niggas gotta be willing just to share up his business.
But you know, there was.
And then you got a shop.
I can't think of the name of it right now, but I'll get you the name after this right here. There was a summit, conference, an event of, I don't know how to word it, but like I said, I have more details for you shortly. But basically, it was for white people. It was for black people. I'm sorry, it's for black people. It was for us, by us, essentially. And there was outrage because white women could not understand. It was for women. It was like a retreat. White women could not understand for the life of them why they were not welcome. And they felt like it was just asinine to think that black women would hold an event and not allow someone that was not black be a part of it. So it's funny that y'all say that because these type of things do exist. And this particular event, I know for a fact it took place, and there was like, oh my God, like why would they exclude us? We're women, yeah, but you're not a black woman, so stay your ass at home. Shit. Bye.
Respect.
Yeah, that kid was like, when you try to explain that, bro, this shit, you just can't relate. I want to relate, you can't.
You can't. So like, let me have this.
Right, so get the fuck out of my face. Everything I got, you can't have. I'm sorry.
Right. Bye.
Everything, you gotta be included.
Again. Bye. Bye. Go home.
You can say that one till you blew in the face. They'll never understand that shit.
Hey,
No.
everything I got, you can't have. No.
No.
Oh my God.
Gotta have a piece. The entitlement is real. Like you just gotta have a piece. Like you just cannot just let me be.
You are fucking correct.
Mr. Me Too.
Hell yeah. Mr. Me Too head asses. Right.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna chop it up with bro, cause we definitely gonna try to put together some way, at least on a local level. If we could start on a local level, if you could start on a local level, think about how many people you know in your own area that are like you that do XYZ.
Right.
Like this nigga here is one of the handiest niggas I know. This motherfucker here can make, build.
No repairs and none of this. She ain't talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If the bag is right, he might pull up. Okay. Either way, still, everybody know a nigga like him
I'll pull up.
that can do all that shit.
Find a nigga with a certification, nigga who's certified to do it, so you can pay him properly and you can make sure it's done properly. That's what this is about. This ain't about just giving a nigga a chance and nigga can.
But okay, I 100% agree with you. But for the sake of what I'm trying to say, like with
If
P,
it's gonna be a summit, then make sure that they do what they do.
Yeah, but everybody gotta have a start. So like with P ain't a licensed such and such, but she can create. You know what I'm saying? I got my little tricks and trades I do. Like I can do some that. I put some shit together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like we just gotta, bruh, start with your people. If you know somebody that can do it, keep the money in the house. Okay?
Yeah, and then man, that's what I'm saying.
Keep the money in the house. If we could start like that, we could just
Group economics.
take our money out of take just a percentage out of there. They gonna see it. They gonna see it. Take 5%. Take 5% out of what you spending out to with everybody else, and spend that 5% with your people.
Just imagine the dent that would happen if black people stop buying 444s. Like if we exclusively.
We'll be a whole lot healthier.
Okay, yeah, but the goal here, okay, the money. Imagine, because I know myself, I be fucking up the 444s.
My brother bought his whole family a 444 one time. I was like, God damn, what?
Everybody.
Well, you spent about $40 in that motherfucker, boy.
Yeah, you get a 444.
You get a 444. Yeah.
Hey man, anyway, y'all got anything else to add to the blackout tonight?
No, I'm good. Fuck police.
Yeah, like straight like this.
Straight like that.
Hey, Pop, you ain't gonna spit at the camera.
Damn, don't spit in the camera. That's crazy.
Can't spit at the camera.
Got too much stuff sitting on the table.
Exactly.
What else I got?
I might have to fight streets because that now.
Right.
I got it. I understand it. Like I can't eat you. Like there's something like you fight.
I gotta fight streets.
Right.
I don't work no more. I ain't got time for no.
Hey man, yeah, we still. What time is it? It's the third, but fuck it. You know what this episode is dedicated to, man. We said in the beginning. Long live Christian. Happy birthday, little bro.
Yes.
21 years. I got this bandana on for bro. I'm not a gangbanger. Just so y'all know that.
And neither is my boy.
That's bro's color. He was
That's his favorite color.
He was a real weird man. Shit. Hearts and minds on one accord.
Absolutely.
Alright, somebody do the honors.
We go.
What up, world? This your boy Kurt Dog, and this episode of the BHB Podcast is brought to you by RB Clothing. And right now, you can use the code BHB Pod and get 10% off of your next order. Keep it locked with BHB Podcast and One Concept Creations on IG for the latest and the greatest drops of RB Clothing.